Tonight you are not falling asleep in modern New York. There are no glowing towers, no subway beneath the pavement, and no phone beside the bed. When you open your eyes, the year is 1895 and the city is already making noise. You lie on a narrow iron bed in a Lower East Side tenement. The mattress is filled with straw, the blanket is thin, and the room is cold enough to make leaving it feel like a personal betrayal. Nearby, another tenant coughs. There is no alarm clock. You wake to cartwheels, footsteps on the stairs, and an elevated train growling several streets away. Gray light presses through a window filmed with soot. The glass provides illumination, but has declined every other responsibility. Your apartment is bedroom, kitchen, dining room, and workplace. A table leans beneath unfinished garments and spools of thread. Families sometimes did paid sewing in rooms like this, turning a crowded home into a workshop long before breakfast was finished. Washing is a modest ceremony. A cracked basin stands beside a pitcher of yesterday's water. You splash your face, immediately regret the temperature, and decide cleanliness is partly a state of mind. A proper bath can wait for a richer century. You dress in linen, patched wool, a brown coat polished shiny at the elbows, and boots that have survived too many winters. Nothing quite fits, but everything is useful. Fashion this morning means retaining sensation in your fingers. Breakfast is bread, perhaps a little butter, and coffee stretched far beyond its natural strength. If money is tight, it may be mostly hot water carrying a rumor about beans. You drink from a tin cup and become officially awake. The hallway is dark and crowded. Doors open as neighbors begin work. Children squeeze past adults carrying bundles of clothing. Every floor seems to contain another language, another cooking smell, and one person convinced the staircase belongs entirely to them. In the rear yard, several families share outdoor privies and a water source. Laundry, washing, and unavoidable conversation gather in the same cramped space. Privacy is not absent. It is simply moved uptown without leaving a forwarding address. You pull open the front door. The building releases you into a street awake before the sun has made a decision. Brick walls rise close on either side. Laundry hangs overhead while shopkeepers lift shutters and inspect the morning. Horses provide much of the city's movement and nearly all of its street-level personality. Carts carry food, coal, furniture, and people through mud thickened by traffic. You watch your step. The pavement contains historical materials best left unidentified. Vendors arrange fruit, bread, and second-hand goods. A newsboy calls headlines with the urgency of someone announcing civilization's end before breakfast. The paper costs a cent, but every story sounds expensive. You allow history to remain temporarily unread. German, Yiddish, Italian, and English overlap in doorways and shops. New arrivals often chose the Lower East Side because rents were relatively low and familiar communities were nearby. The result is difficult, crowded, and remarkably alive. Your destination lies uptown. New York has no subway yet. That convenience arrives in 1904. For rapid travel, you climb toward the elevated railway, an iron structure shadowing the Bowery and making every train sound like furniture tumbling through the sky. At the platform, a steam-hauled train approaches through smoke. Wooden cars rattle behind it. Below, horses and streetcars cross the intersection while passengers gather beside you. Everyone appears hurried, including those who seem uncertain where they are going. You enter the car and find a narrow space among coats, lunch pails, and newspapers. The conductor moves through with practiced impatience. Wooden walls creak, windows tremble, and New York slides past in rooftops, painted signs, and chimney smoke. From above, you glimpse laundry stretched between buildings and children in narrow yards. Church steeples rise beyond crowded roofs. The view is wider here, though no calmer. Steam drifts beside the windows as the train carries you onward. Factories and workshops open below. Garment workers bend over machines, printers prepare presses, and carts queue beside loading doors. A working day may last 10 hours or longer. There is no reliable weekend waiting at the end of it. Your stop approaches, you step down and follow the crowd toward the stairs. The city smells of coal smoke, bread, horses, and damp stone. It is loud, inconvenient, and certain that your comfort is not part of its municipal plan, and this is only morning. You still have to work, eat, avoid illness, find entertainment, and return to bed before the city begins again. For now, pull your coat tighter and keep walking. New York in 1895 has been expecting you.